Johnny, 2018, pleasure to catch up with you at the start of the year and talk boxing, chew the fat. Let's start with this one. Dillian White versus Lucas Browne. Browne versus White. How do you see this one going? I mean, similar amount of rounds in the ring between them, I think similar amount of fights.
It's a tough fight for Dillian, a very tough fight. Lucas Browne's a tough unit. I don't think technically he's as good as Dillian, but I think it's a tough fight. And I think this will be down to a dog fight. And Dillian might have to change tactic through the fight and box, because Lucas Browne's the kind of guy that he wants you to get involved in an argument with him, because you give a man a chance that hasn't got one, then he hasn't got one. So Lucas Browne wants him to stand there toe-to-toe and fight with him. So Dillian's going to have to box and fight in this fight. It's well within his grasp to win, and it's down to him to lose, not to be beaten, and there's a difference. So therefore, it's about emotions as well. Now, we know that Dillian performs better when there's an emotional attachment there. You know, he's an attacking kind of fight. If you want to try and box him, box and move, you know, he'll do what he's got to do, but the fight is not exciting. This is perfect. This is a perfect combination. I think it's styles make fights now. That's why I think this fight is going to be really good, because their styles match perfectly.
Precarious position for Dillian though, should he lose this fight, because he's worked so hard to get to this point.
I rate Dillian, man, because he's in a position, he's in touching distance of a world title, and so he's one of those honest fighters where you say, look, I'm here because I deserve to be here, not because I've been manoeuvred or I know some promoter that's got some dough. He deserves to be in a position. So fighting Lucas Browne, why not? You know, then nobody has an excuse to ignore him. Nobody has an excuse to say, nah, I don't want to fight him. So therefore, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, or whatever happens with Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker, Dillian's in a position to say, I'm in this dance as well. I'm on this dance hall floor. So good on him.
The only heavyweight with a belt that seems willing to fight him is Anthony Joshua, and that fight for Anthony is going to be way off down the line.
You never know, because I can't see Anthony Joshua and Wilder fighting until the back end of this year. Or maybe even the early next year if they're still both champions. I've got to rate Wilder, for one, for taking the fight against Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was like number 5 in all the rankings.
Dangerous opponent.
Yeah. Dangerous opponent. Every heavyweight avoided him or conveniently forgot his name when they were talking about fights they wanted. So for Wilder, I think this is the Wilder's defining fight so far. And so therefore, every fight needs a defining fight. Anthony's was beating Klitschko. So far for White, his fight was Anthony. I think this fight against Ortiz will be Wilder's defining fight.
Let me ask you a question, because Dillian could have fought Wilder. I know that fight was tabled to the Heyman group. Why would he fight Ortiz and not Dillian, given the money on the line and given the kudos that Wilder could have got if he'd have won that fight?
I mean, I know.
Strange, right?
It's strange. It's a strange shout, because what Wilder says, he sounds like Dillian, where he says, I want the fights, come on, step up. And then he chooses somebody else. I'm thinking, so you don't know if it's the politics of our game now, why these guys don't end up getting in the ring together. Because I know as fighters, they want to fight each other. I know as fighters, the opportunity's there. I don't understand a couple of comments that Deontay's made, but you know what? He's world champion, he's king of the hill, he thinks he's the best in the world, so therefore he's going to act like the king.